Alright, what's going on, guys? Today I want to talk to you about where the direction Star Wars is going and where Disney is taking it, because Drifter recently made a video that brought up a very good point, and if you guys want to see his video, I'll have a link down below in the description. It's a fantastic video, and I don't think it got enough attention, so you guys can go give that a look if you are interested. Now, the main points that he made in that video was that he says that Disney is trying to turn Star Wars into an integral part of Christmas, for it to be just as important as, say, the story of Jesus' birth and Santa Claus and everything that you think of when it's around Christmas time. What Disney is now doing is pretty evident, and they're releasing Star Wars films as a annual Christmas tradition. So they're trying to make it a very important part of your Christmas routine, I guess. They want us to be like subconsciously already connecting Star Wars and Christmas in our minds without even really thinking about it too much. And you can see this around as people will replace different aspects of the traditional Christmas holiday like ornaments and things like that and elements with Star Wars elements. And what this inevitably ends up doing is taking the religious implications of Christmas, which is probably one of the most sacred holidays in the Christian religion, and making it into some sort of, I guess, almost like a joke. It's not really a joke. Star Wars isn't, just completely like a comedy, but in a way, it does definitely degrade the overall meaning of what Christmas is supposed to be about. Now, if you're an atheist and you're not really concerned what, Christmas is about, and it doesn't really matter to you, what Disney does to this holiday by pairing Star Wars to it, I think it's almost kind of evil, and that's the point that Drifter made, that they're trying to put Star Wars into any sort of religious holiday. I know some other people celebrate the aspects of Christmas, such as gift giving and things like that, and don't follow it to the Christian, guidelines specifically, but still, if this was, if Star Wars was kind of taking over the meaning of your most sacred holiday that you have in your entire religion, how would you feel about that? That would kind of upset you, wouldn't it? But that is the price we pay to have a new Star Wars every year around Christmas time, and also, not to mention, it makes Disney a absolutely ridiculous amount of money during the Christmas time holidays and just kind of around that time zone, the November-December time zone. This is really the time for businesses and organizations to capitalize on what we have, because we're spending our highest amount of money during the entire year around this time zone. Black Friday to Christmas is so huge for the economy, and I don't know the exact numbers, but I think we spend it was like 25% of our average, income on Christmas and around that time zone. So why am I mad at Disney for doing this, right? They're just capitalizing on this time of the year, and they're maximizing their profits due to what they have. So why am I mad at that? I'm not really mad at the fact that they're trying to make the most money, right? Everybody in this world is trying to make the most money. I get that, and I expect businesses to act in that fashion just to make the most profits and things like that. But the thing is, the problem with this is twofold for me. Number one, I do truly see Disney trying to make Star Wars a pillar of Christmas, right, if you will, and not really sure if I agree with that or how I feel about that. Believe me, I love Star Wars. I'm a massive fan of Star Wars, but I don't know if I'm completely comfortable with it becoming a huge part of my Christmas tradition, and the way that they're trying to nudge their way into the sacred part of Christmas, which I know a lot of people don't agree with. But even if you aren't a practicer of Christmas and you don't really care about the religious aspect of it, the thing is, even if you like Star Wars, in any capacity at all, this should worry you, and this should definitely concern you. The problem is, actually, let me put it to this way, okay? So think of Disney as Activision, and think of these annual spam release dates of these new Star Wars games coming out every single Christmas, or Star Wars movies, I'm sorry, coming out every single Christmas. Imagine those as every time Activision spams a new Call of Duty every single year. This has been my biggest disagreement and beef with COD for the longest time. I really wish that they didn't spam annual games, every single year they have to push out a new Call of Duty just to maximize profits. I really wish, if in a perfect world, Treyarch would take the reins, no other studio would have it, and they would only release once every 3 years with DLC support in between those years. But that's a topic for another time. The problem is, I see the exact same thing happening to Star Wars. This is the mindset that got Activision and Call of Duty in the position where it is today, and I think if Disney keeps this mindset and keeps spamming annual Star Wars movies, that eventually it's going to degrade the overall quality of the films, and we're going to like the Star Wars series less. You can only have so many Star Wars before they start to feel less special, and I think that's one of my biggest problems. So I'm kind of worried about this, to be honest with you guys. I'm very scared for the future of Star Wars and what Disney is going to do with this. I really just don't want them to spam these annual movies. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Are you cool with Disney pushing out these movies, and are you really cool with them also trying to make Star Wars a part of the sacred religious part of Christmas? So anyway, guys, this has been a little bit of a different video. If you guys do want to see Drifter's the rest of his video, I highly recommend it. It will be linked down below in the description. Like I said, go show him some support on that. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it for today. Be sure to drop a like on this video if you guys did enjoy this, and if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys on the next video.